jump we on now. Swear no more gon' broke now. Might do shit. I'm on no road bounce.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. I might go MIA.
Let's do it. Curry. That's the start they were looking for just as the fans were getting seated.
And I love that aggression. Stylistically, you have to come out and dictate the tempo of the ball game. Don't ease your way into it. Keep your foot on the gas.
Rejected by Durant.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Curry had to force that one, but it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Curry shakes three and hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Kyrie. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Curry. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's cut it.
Curry had to rush that one, and it's no good. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 4. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, would you classify him among the elite? Elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
Curry, he got it off in time, but that shot no good. Curry, that one also no good. Curry, that one also no good. Into the front court, it's Irving. 5-point game. Hayward. Hayward unable to connect.
Well, when the shot clock is dwindling down to its last couple of seconds, sometimes it could be seen as an extra defender. Try to get some shots earlier in the clock. This way, allow the game to breathe.
Defense, let's go.
Baseline drive. Just not going down.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Curry. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Warriors come away with it. Here's Durant for two. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Knocked loose. Hayward. Shot by Hayward, no good. And look out. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. It's Steph Curry with the rock. 4-3. That one also no good. Inside, he scores.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Brown, Emery, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter. But if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
Brown with it up top. Trailing by 10. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Curry steps out and hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Hayward. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
So we played one here at Oracle with the Warriors on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Warriors come up with it. Curry with the basketball. Lead Stanton. He throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Durant lets it fly. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it. There's no denying he is a big talent, but he has a large personality.
And his personality gets the best of him at times. When I think about personalities who are able to control their aggression, I think about Marcus Smart, I think about Draymond Green. The biggest key for DeMarcus Cousins, controlling his emotion instead of letting his emotions control him.
Finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
No good, and no foul.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Trying to cash in. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Curry had to force that one, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hands up.
Durant had to rush that one, and it's no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Trailing by 14. Golden State at the controls. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot play, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Short jumper off the mark.
Here's a message to the defender. I know you're here physically, but I have zero clue where you are mentally. You have to contest a shot. That's what defense means.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
And a pass stolen by Boston. Brown into the front court. Down a bundle. Irving. Shot by Kyrie, no good.
Get back.
Curry. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Irving brings the ball up court.
Here we go.
Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, still no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Not that time. And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it.
Get it back, man. Get it back. Get it back.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Curry had to force that one, but it's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Warriors have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking. Who was cold? Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Warriors dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their... These are the top plays from the opening half.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't.
Player of the half.
Steph Curry has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Warriors. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Celtics have it. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board. You look at Gordon Hayward. Who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George, more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah Jazz, he made $53 million. You're seeing his game really blossom, which is the reason why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128 million deal.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Tatum. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Rejected by Thompson.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Rozier with it. His guys down big. Hayward had to rush that one, and it's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Curry. That one also no good.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Curry has it. Beyond the arc for 3. That one also no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Durant, yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Warriors have it. Durant across the timeline. His guys holding it in the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
And I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
KD with the rock.
You got him. You got him.
Curry. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Curry. That one also no good. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Thompson to bring it into the front court. And Draymond Green throws it down. Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Ball's controlled by Boston. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. Green had to force that one, but it's no good. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Inside, he scores.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Warriors basketball. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Turned away by Cousins.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Tatum. That misses with 3 seconds left. 3 quarters down. The Warriors with a commanding lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Thompson had to rush that one, and it's no good. Boston with the basketball. Warriors come up with it. Lays it up and in.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Warriors have it. And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Curry. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Cousins up to block the shot. Warriors get it back. Two-point shot for Curry. It's no good. Great defense.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see.
And Cousins throwing it down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. It's no good. Not sure what he was thinking there.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Curry. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. It's blocked by Boogie.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in the absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Curry. That one also no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Irving. Had to force that one, but it's no good. Cousins. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body controls everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Curry, he got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curry to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. That one also no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Clay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Curry had to force that one, but it's no good. And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense.
Defense, let's go. You open, baby. Shoot that, shoot that.
Tatum had to rush that one, and it's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Curry. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Dominated this game from
Who was cold?
every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Warriors were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics lost this game long before the final buzzer. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. The Celtics relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Defense.
The Golden State Warriors put under pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat. Curry could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Warriors put their opponents away in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Defense.
The Golden State Warriors showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
Steph Curry gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.